Hello my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to something a little bit different today. This is going to be sort of like a playlist which we're calling Let's Try, and it's basically going to be little games that we try out for the very first time before we essentially go and make a bigger series with it, or we decide we don't want to see any more of it on the channel basically. And today we're going to be trying Townscaper, which is a really interesting little city builder that I purchased about a week or so ago, and I've been having lots of fun with it. There's not really too much to it. I'll get into the nuts and bolts of what this beautiful little game is in a moment. But yeah, I see a few YouTubers playing it, and I thought I'll give that a go. I'll see what it's like. And yeah, it's probably the most therapeutic game I've ever sat and played. You know, it really is lovely. Essentially, it's just a city builder. There's not a lot to it at the moment. It's very early access. The developers have even gone as far as saying that they don't consider it a game. They consider it more of a toy because of the way you sort of build and break it down and how easy it is to play. It's very much like Lego, but a computer form sort of thing, really. The building blocks, you know, you click, it builds. You click again, it builds. You take it away. It is very much, you know, like taking pieces of Lego, putting them together and taking them apart again. And yeah, I'm really having a lot of fun with it, and I just wanted to introduce you guys to it in case you didn't know what it was, you hadn't seen it, and I thought today we could just build ourselves a very small little beautiful elegant town together basically, so you can see how the game works. What I'm going to do first is I'm just going to run you through the controls. I'm going to run you through the basics. There's not a lot to it because the game is very much early access. It is literally this. It is a case of, you know, building your town. The only real sort of animation that you got is this beautiful reflection on the water, the way it moves against, you know, the beaches and the harbours and stuff. And you have got birds as well that do fly around and land on your buildings and that sort of stuff. Really, the controls are very easy. You've got a tab down here on the right hand side of the screen. There's lots of little options that you can have, but really basic at the moment. You can turn a grid on, so as you can see there's a grid on the floor, which you know, I don't know if that'll make life easier for some people or not. I do tend to leave the grid on while I'm building. It doesn't really add too much to what I'm doing, but I do just sort of tend to leave it on. It follows the lines rather than the squares inside. That might seem strange to some people, but yeah, it follows the lines on the grid. Obviously there are other bits and bobs you can pin. You can change the language and that, but there really isn't a lot to this grid here. The controls are simply left click builds, right click deletes. Pretty much it. If you press and hold the right click, you can pan your camera. If you press and hold your right click, you can move about your map. It's really that simple, ladies and gents. There's not a lot to it, and I think it is because it's so basic, is why it is such a fun little toy. I guess to play. Everything is pretty random, so you see these plants and the benches and stuff on these walkways. It's all random. These will change each time, you know, like for instance, if I did that, you see these stairs are added, we delete that, it reverts back to what it was. It is pretty random the way that it all builds together, but there's all sorts of different ways that it will come together as well. So for instance, if we decided to build up from here, it's not going to join up to that building, but should we decide to go there, it will build across for us. You can delete that out again. You can come up this way. You can build another little house like this. It's really fun. It's really simple, and I think that's probably one of the reasons I really enjoy it. It's a very pretty game as well. I don't know if anybody else agrees, but I really do like the art style. I'm a big fan of what they're trying to do, these developers, and obviously with it being early access, I guess we can only hope that as time goes by, they're going to add a bit more to it. You know, maybe they're going to add people walking about on the streets. Maybe they're going to add cars, you know, driving around. Maybe they're going to add transport. Is there going to be a career mode? Who knows? But for now, you know, it's a beautiful little sort of stress reliever and a fun game to play. So I guess what we should do is we should start a new level. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Let's do this together, ladies and gents. Let's build something unique. Let's build something special, shall we? We're going to start off with just the basic white. The colours, simply, it's the only real thing you need to do for the buildings is your colours you will see down your left-hand side. You can pick which colour you want. I'm just going to build a really basic sort of square beginnings, I think. And then off of this, I am going to build... I'm going to build up this away. To get different levels, it is a case of the way that you're building. This is how that's achieved. So as you can see, that was a house because it's a 4x4. But the minute you add this piece here, it will add a nice higher level to the build, basically, ladies and gents. So yeah, it really is a case of trial and error and just keep on moving through with what you want to do, basically. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do like a nice little sort of lighthouse type design, I think. We're going to put a spire on top of this building, and this is going to be sort of like the beginnings of our new town. We're going to do it nice and high. I do quite like that, actually. We're going to put another little building on the end there just to add a bit more character. If I zoom in now, you will see what I was saying earlier about how random it is. You can see, look, you've got little binoculars now this time, a little mailbox on there, a light. You can see your birds flying around. It is really, really cool. I do like it a lot, this game. I'm a real big fan of it. I think it's, I can't wait to see what more they do with it. But let's carry this on round. So we've got a walkway. Makes a bit more sense now. We've actually got steps to go up into that part. And so yeah, that's going to be sort of the beginnings of our beautiful township. Let's start a new part over here. We're probably going to build quite a big landmass over here. If you do hear any background noise, ladies and gents, as I always say, I do apologise, but the window's open. It's a pretty hot day once again here in the UK. We've been spoilt with the weather recently. We really have in this country. It's not usually like this. That's not what I want to do. That one there. So we're going to have a couple of bridges over in this part just to separate those bits. I'm probably going to make those bridges a bit longer, actually. I'm going to go very sort of canal-esque is what I'm thinking here. Have I done this right? So delete that and delete that. Actually, we will keep this middle section, I think. Or will we? I think what we'll do is we'll join this up like this. This is what I mean. It's so trial and error. This is kind of the way it all comes together on its own. You think you've got it, you think you like it, and then changes happen. So we're gonna build some houses along the canal, I think, and we're going to do loads of different colours. We're going to get a bit crazy now with the colours. We're going to just do a load of smaller houses all next to each other. You will see the minute you change the colour, the house doesn't necessarily all join up together. It does separate, which is pretty cool. So let's build those houses like so. As you can see, the green and the purple, they're separate, and then you come around this way, and they're very much the same. And let's sort of rinse and repeat this design on the other side. We're making sort of like a nice little sort of little town here as part of the city, and then over here we will continue this on, but we're going to make these houses over this side a little bit bigger, I think. We're going to make them, we're going to give them a little bit of extra flair over here, and this one we will go onto the edge of our area, and we're going to come around this way, and we're going to sort of create like a courtyard. I think we have to fill this in at the bottom. There we go. And we'll create a courtyard there, something a little different on the end. Yeah, quite like that, actually. Quite like that a lot. So that's the beginnings. It's a really random little game. I don't anticipate this video is going to be very long. I just wanted to show you sort of like the nuts and bolts of it, and you can make your own mind up if you like it or not. And you know, you can go from there. It's on Steam. It's £4.59 I think I paid for it. It's not a lot of money at all for a game that really is so much fun. And yeah, you can decide for yourselves how much you like it, ladies and gents. So we're going to continue the canal down through the middle, over this way. It's going to take a little turn there. I do actually like that. I prefer it like that with the little bridge. That's how we're going to go about that. I'm just trying to do something different to what I've already done with the game. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So let's go for some boarding white buildings. There we go. Building a raised level. Once again. I love the way the minute that joined up, it was game over. So there we go. And I'm going to build some of these ones that are on the planks, and then we'll build that up there, like so. And we'll bring it around this way. Just getting a bit funky really now. Seeing where my imagination takes me. Yeah, that looks quite cool. Like that a lot. Shall we delete that? Let's join these two bits up. And let's join that up there. Let's go get some more colour into this, shall we? These smaller houses we're going to do in the colours, I think. There we go, like so. But yeah, like I say, it's just a random little game, but it's really, really cool. It's a lot of fun, and you can just go a bit wild with it, basically, and you just see what happens. Look, you can even go as high up as that and build a piece off. You can build a piece off there. We're going to put a different little house on the end, like so. Okay, so that's that there. Got some nice sort of open water areas. We've got this little piece that comes out, which is a bit random, a bit crazy. I'm not sure how anybody gets up there, but they do. I think that's probably something I should have thought about. No, I'm relatively happy with the way it looks so far. So yeah, that's sort of the lower sort of section to our town, as you can see. Let's just see where this goes. You know, I'm just going to build for sort of, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, and then we'll see what it looks like, and then you guys can make your minds up, really, what you think of it. And then you know, if you've got any ideas of, you know, cities or towns or anything you'd like to see me try to recreate, that might be a really cool way to try and use the game. Obviously I don't like name dropping YouTubers too much, but you know, they obviously got their own channels and whatnot. But I watched Sylv play the game, and what Sylv did was he made high-rise buildings, and the game is not really supposed to do that, but they were unreal. Looked really, really cool the way that Sylv had manipulated the game to get it to do that. And yeah, it was a lot of fun the way Sylv had done that. So. We're going to come out in this way. I just like mixing the colours up. That's very different. I've not done anything like that before. Let's put that on there, like so. I don't know how much I like that, but I'm going to leave it there anyway. Let's start a new little island, shall we? And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do quite a big building over here. There we go. Nice little courtyard in the middle. Essentially, it's like your flats, your masonettes, as we call the two-story flats like that in this country. Let's build all the way out here, shall we? But even the sort of, you know, the game doesn't really have a soundtrack. It's just all this lovely, you know, plopping noise, which I like. I know some people won't. I think Strict Toaster made a little he made a little town recently, and he literally just had the sound of the game on for a half-hour video where he built, and yeah, it was very fascinating to me. So there we go. It's coming along quite nice. Something very, very different. A lot of people are probably watching this thinking, God, there's no thought process at all in this man's plan. No, there's not. It really is just organically going to come together. And I think that's the thing I do like the most about the game, is how organic it actually is. There we go. See, you can even do stuff like this, which is really cool. Sometimes you can put buildings close enough together that, you know, you get items of like clothing between the two buildings, which is really cool. I'm gonna go with something like that. So as you can see, there is some planning, you know, around it. There is some thought process around, you know, the way that I've built the game, built the little town, I should say. I'm going to take these coloured ones out, and we're going to go with something pretty weird and wonderful over here. It's going to be sort of like suspended in the middle. And we'll build the edges up, like so. It's very random, but very, very cool. I like that a lot. They're all going to be obviously in white because it's a bit of a crazy building. All the you know, bigger stuff we're doing in that colour. The lower buildings are being made in the coloured. In the coloured buildings, so there is some thought process behind it. I'm gonna match this up a little, I think, but in a slightly different colour on this side. But yeah, we'll do like a similar design, I think. Over here, might go too high there though, and then sort of mirror it over this side. I think that, you know, like stuff the game needs. In my opinion, I think a nice, you know, first-person camera. I think it'd be great to be able to build your cities and then be able to walk through the streets so you can see what you've built. You can see all those little tiny details. You know, what has the game, you know, placed in it for you, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically the game, ladies and gents. It really is that simple. You know, I quite like this little town, you know, that we've made so far in this one. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this to the channel. I just wanted to do a nice little short video to show you how the game works. Let's turn the grid off so we can really see it in all of its glory. And yeah, this is the little town that we built today. I'm actually not in love with this building anymore compared to the rest. I think I'm actually gonna just redo this building. I think. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the bunting and stuff that you can get between buildings. I'm going to match this up, these arches, and then we will join the arches in the... I much prefer that. Much prefer that. That fits with the styling a bit better, doesn't it? But yeah, that's essentially the game, ladies and gents, and I'm going to leave it there. I just wanted to bring it to the channel, wanted to do a short video, wanted to show you, you know, I wanted to show you what it was about. Like I say, do remember and do keep in mind, it's still early development, but it's just a fun little toy, as the developers have said. Now, if you've got any ideas for potential sort of like town recreations you'd like to see me try and do, get your ideas in the comments section below. I know that there's, I think it was Mars Bandit was doing a Dungeons and Dragons map that he was trying to create using the game. Obviously, you've got, there was someone else I was watching who was doing a town recreation. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, anything you'd like to see, or if you just want to see a bit more of this game, in the comment section below, do let me know. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That would be muchly appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do loads of stuff like this over here. It's a variety gaming channel, but a lot of it is very much sort of build based, from Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, to in the future potentially City Skylines. So yeah, just to keep all of that in mind. Visit the description box below as well. You'll find stuff like my Discord, and you'll find stuff like my links to my socials, and that's the greatest way and the best way to get involved with the community chit chat and staying up to date with everything that's going on. But my friends, I am done and dusted. You make sure you're staying extra, and I will see you real soon for hopefully some more Townscaper. Oh, yeah.